Hi class, I just wanted to do a quick review. And so for your homework this week, you are still working with z-scores from chapter 6, and those z-scores would be used when you have a population data or you have sample data. So you have one individual score, you're given the population mean, the population standard deviation, and you also have the new z-score. So your new z-score you're going to use when it's asking about the distribution of sample means. And it is this guy where you would be given the sample size for that distribution. You would be given the sample mean, you'd be given the population mean, and you'd be given the population standard deviation. Right, so you're going to have a couple problems using this. You're going to have a couple problems where you're just solving for standard error. And then you're going to have quite a few problems where we're using the z-score calculator. So I want to remind you the z-score calculator. The z-score calculator, the area that you see is the area that's giving you the percentile, which we can also call probability. So do pay attention if the homework asks you for responding as a percentile or the probability. That's a probability is in percent, or proportion. Proportion would be the decimals, right? So let's say I go through and get a calculation and I get a calculation of 1.25. If I'm interested in what is the probability of getting someone getting a score of less than 1.25, I would report 89.44%, right? Or 0.8944 if it was in proportions. If I was asking what is the percentile for someone greater than 1.25, or I solved it and it was 1.25, again, I would need the shading above that z-score. And so I would report the probability is 10.56%. Or if I was asked to report something in proportions, it would be 0.056 or 0.057. All right, I can also, if I'm just wanting to know, I could look at both sides and then I just would need to realize what am I being asked? That's going to be a key thing. What are you being asked? Are you being asked below? Or are you being asked above when it's asking about probabilities? If it's asking about percentile rank, it would be below. All right, so the other thing that you're going to have with problems is being asked about areas between two z-scores. So if you see something, or it might be area between two raw scores, you're going to take those two raw scores and you're going to make them z-scores. And in that one, you're going to need the middle different areas. You're going to put your lower value right here. So let's say it's negative 1.25, and then you're going to put the upper value in the right one. So lower is left, L and L. All right, and then you see the area between these two z-scores is 78.87%. If I was expressing that as a proportion, it'd be 0.887. All right, so those are the main ones that you would be needing. Again, always look at where it's shaded on this z-score, and then see, does that match what I'm being asked? Does that match what I shaded? Hope this was helpful and you're having a good week.